let us do this ourselves. Check it out, yo.
You just talk.
Matt, just talk.
So can you tell me what tonight's all about and why everyone's here?
Why everyone's here? Isn't it obvious?
Well,
It's my birthday, dog. Check it out. It's my birthday. My wife gave me a party, right?
Yeah.
And we just chilling, right? Yo, MTV.
How much planning and plotting did you do to get this party pulled off?
We planned and we plotted and it's here.
And do nights like this keep it special, or
Excuse me?
do nights like this keep it special for the two of you guys, or is it the private times, or is this
It's
just
private times that keep us special. This is just the gravy.
Actually, yeah, it's the gravy, plus it's the water, you know.
Oh,
It's a whole bunch of things.
Oh,
I'm gonna go into it. It's my birthday, dog. It's my birthday, dog.
How does
Boom!
it feel to be a CEO of a record company?
For me?
Oh, go, Zay, go, Zay.
For me, owning a record company is just, you know, that's just part of what I do. You know what I'm saying?
How long is
There's a lot of things involved with, you know, what Bobby Brown is.
She's a riot. You guys are like Burns and
Oh,
Allen
wait,
out there.
hold up. Why you gonna call my mama right? Boom.
She was a trip.
Oh, she was a trip.
She was great.
My mom was a trip.
No.
My mom was real. Let me just tell you like that. My mom was real. She was coming from the heart. If you can't respect that, then you shouldn't have been here, all right?
I do respect it. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah, please do.
I'm gonna step out because my wife speaks different.
I think it's very special, and I thought this would be a very special night for my husband.
Call my mama trip.
I meant it. I really
He's
meant it in a good way.
Come on, man. You at my birthday party calling my mama trip. Turn off the camera.
Sing. I was so afraid, and I'd sing. And when I would open my eyes, the people would be what we call Holy Ghost fired out. They would be in such spirit of praise. I think I knew then that it was an infectious thing. It was rough. It was rough. I think I kind of reverted back as I got older and said, well, I'm just gonna party, you know? It was kind of a rebel in me, you know?
Whitney dying, crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
Is it alcohol? Is it marijuana? Is it cocaine? Is it pills?
It has been, at times.
All?
At times.
If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them?
That would be me. My deciding. It's my heart. It's what I want and what I don't want. Nobody makes me do anything I don't want to do. It's my decision. So the biggest devil is me. I'm either my best friend or my worst enemy. And that's how I have to deal with it.
How scared did you get?
Scared. When they said I had died, I did. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I didn't want to be like them. It frightened me. I don't ever want to be in the realm of where I'm caught in a mold and I can't get out. Never. That's over. I'm beyond it.
Do you think you came close?
I think as close as anybody I think I can get. I know folks who've come closer, but that's as close as I want to be. That's as close as I think it gets.
And how sure are you that those bad days you talked about are behind you?
I know that I'm on the right path because I'm back home where I started, in here. I can't tell you it's all going to be perfect, Diane, and I can't
because
tell you.
everybody says it's day by day, day by day.
Yeah.
But now do you say not at all, or do you say I can?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I could tell you that I am not self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. I'm a person who has life and wants to live. And I always have. And don't ever mistake it for anything else other than that.
Are you strong enough to do that now?
I think so.
And not let it get you?
Yes, I am.
Because most people...
I pray every day that I am. I'm not the strongest every day, but I'm not the weakest either. And I won't break. And I won't break.
Is today a good day?
Today's a great day.
In the mid-90s, you said, I feel old.
Yeah, like I've been through a lifetime of stuff.
And that it just wasn't any fun anymore.
No. I enjoy what I do. I love to sing, but it's just not fun anymore.
Because?
People are different in the industry. It's about the money. It's about get it fast.
You think you're not tough enough for this business?
Oh, I'm tough enough.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah, I mean, I've lasted this long. You gotta be tough.
So, for the people out there who say, we want to help build a barrier between her and drugs, what do you want them to pray for?
Don't pray about the drugs. Leave the drugs alone.
Why?
Why? Pray for me as a person, for my soul, that I'm stronger. No matter, I don't care what anybody else says or did or what they claimed I was. I know I'm a child of God, and I know He loves me.
He was still in the hotel, and there was this sort of party where apparently half the room were in tears, the other half were kind of partying. What did you feel about that?
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know. I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her. So they were like, I don't understand how that party went on.
I had Clive Davis by pure chance in here on Friday night with Jennifer Hudson, and he obviously worshipped Whitney, and I think he must have gone through agony when he heard this news, knowing it was 2 or 3 hours till this event.
Right.
And I think he took the decision to turn it into a tribute to her. And I understand that. I mean, he obviously was wrestling with the right thing to do.
That would have been right if it really was a true tribute, and and a true tribute, might have been a truer, a more honest tribute in my opinion, would have been maybe call everybody together, let's say a prayer, and let's eat dinner and go home.
What is your?
I couldn't get dressed. I was supposed to go to the party. I just got off a plane from Miami at about 5:30. As soon as I hit the tarmac, I found out. I heard, and I couldn't put on makeup. I couldn't get dressed. I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed. I couldn't do anything. I think that we all, as artists, because we're highly sensitive people, and this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives.
It sacrifices people's lives.
And their essences. at the drop of a dime.
And how did you feel when you heard that Sony, I think it was back in the UK, had jacked the prices up of Whitney's album?
It reminds me
within an hour or so of her dying.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time I had a manager once who said to me, you know, you're worth more money dead than alive. Okay, so I am just, by the grace of God, stand-by here, because I could have easily, because of a lot of pressure from the label I was with at the time. I went through a really, really rough time where I didn't want to go outside, didn't want to be seen, didn't want to be around. I really didn't.
I'm just saying love it because I love it. It's my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later on Mom. Come see her. Come say hi to Come say hi to your godfather. Okay. Come say hi to your goddad.
Psychology tests. But a picture is starting to emerge of what Houston's last days were like. Just last Tuesday, she was working on songs for her upcoming film Sparkle with producer Harvey Mason Jr.
She seemed great. She was upbeat, very optimistic, very excited about the project.
But on Thursday night, Whitney Houston danced and partied at a Hollywood nightclub. Pictures show her sweaty, disheveled, one leg bloody. Friends say she was drinking champagne. And on Friday, Houston was seen skipping around the Beverly Hilton lobby, somersaulting at the pool. Again, her clothes in disarray and her hair wet.
She looked bad. Her clothes didn't match. Some people said she smelled of alcohol.
On Saturday, Houston was in her room at the Beverly Hills Hilton, preparing for a performance scheduled for the music business elite at Clive Davis's pre-Grammy party. She talked by phone with her cousin Dionne Warwick and her mother, Sissy. 30 minutes later, her body was discovered by one of her staff members in her hotel bathtub. They called security and 911. She was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m.
Whitney Houston, simply put, had the greatest voice in the world. She was a gift from God.
With a crime lab van still lingering outside, it wasn't long before celebrities gathered at that same hotel for Davis's annual Grammys party. This year, the celebration turned to eulogy. A heartbroken Davis had a special bond with Houston, who was still a teenager when he first discovered her, nurturing her in good times and in bad.
Whitney was a beautiful person, and she had a talent beyond compare.
When you find love, you find it. I mean, it finds you, I should say. Between me and her, it was so instant. We were so much like each other that it made sense.
They married in 1992. Now, you broke tradition a little bit and saw her before the wedding.
Well, that was the first time I had actually saw her do drugs.
Cocaine.
Yes, ma'am.
Bobby says in his upcoming book, Every Little Step, he found his bride-to-be, quote, hunched over a bureau, snorting a line of coke. He says she offered him a hit, but he didn't indulge at that moment. What went through your mind when you saw that?
The drugs wasn't her. She did drugs, but the drugs didn't do her. She knew how to handle herself. It only made me, you know, love her and want to protect her more.
People said to me, the one thing that they heard over and over again, that you were the one that led Whitney to heavy drug use.
Well,
that you were the one.
It wasn't me. It started her. I take my part, and I take it hard for me even being a part of it. But we all have our own minds.
In public, the young couple glowed with promise at the Bodyguard movie premiere. And more good news. In March 1993, Bobby and Whitney welcomed their precious baby girl, Bobby Christina Brown, into the spotlight.
You know, this is love, and I think love
But their happy home life wasn't all it seemed. Bobby Brown had multiple arrests, ranging from marijuana possession to drunk driving and various parole violations. But Whitney stood by her. Bobby says they would lock themselves in one wing of the house getting high, while daughter Bobby Christina was cared for by nannies. Did you ever do it in front of her?
No, never.
But she
never.
Probably had to know.
Never. I always made it a point to not let her see me or my wife in that type of situation. I mean, it's hard when you know, you're doing it every day.
But the world was beginning to take notice.
All right. Boom! At a certain point, when you're using drugs, you don't know that the outside people that are seeing you. I mean,
people remember vividly my colleague and friend, Diane Sawyer. Crack is whack.
Wow.
Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
People cannot let that go.
Diane Sawyer, love her, love her, love her. Just bad timing. We both needed to get away from what we were doing. There was no reason for her to be on television at that time.
But she didn't get away from the cameras. The opposite, in fact. Whitney Houston started appearing on her husband's reality show, Being Bobby Brown, along with their daughter, Bobby Christina, exposing her to the harsh glare of the spotlight. You said that you felt that as parents, you and Whitney failed Bobby Chris.
We should have been better. We could have been better. At such a young age for us both to have any and everything that we wanted was a blessing and a curse.
A curse because money for drugs was never a problem for the couple. In his book, Bobby Brown admits to abusing cocaine, marijuana, and heroin in addition to alcohol. When was the drug use at its height with you and Whitney?
The last few years of our marriage, it was terrible. Both of us, you know, trying to be clean, and one of us trying to be clean and the other one don't want to be clean, and it's a big struggle.
They had tried on and off to get sober, but Bobby Brown says Whitney just wouldn't stop using. And that in 2006, that's what ultimately led to the end of their 14 years of marriage.
She just wasn't ready to go that direction.
The death of singing star Whitney Houston at the age of 48.
Saturday afternoon, February 11th, 2012, Whitney Houston is discovered partially submerged in the bathtub of her Los Angeles hotel room.
3:55 p.m. this afternoon, Whitney Houston was pronounced dead.
According to the autopsy report, cocaine use contributed to Whitney's accidental drowning. In the aftermath of her death, Bobby Brown says the relationship with his daughter, already strained, worsened. The Brown family also believed Bobby Christina was being manipulated by another person, Nick Gordon. Gordon was rumored to be Whitney's adopted son. Bobby Christina called him her brother. After Whitney's death, the couple claimed to be much more.
I'm married, and We're fine. We're really very happy. He is my backbone.
There have been no legal documents to prove that the couple ever married. In 2014, Bobby and his daughter had just started to reconcile and met on Father's Day for an emotional reunion.
You hadn't seen each other in a while because you were a bit estranged.
Yeah.
You all hugged each other when you saw each other in the restaurant, and it was kind of like old times.
That was a special day.
Hi.
You guys look so happy. I love it. I love the daddy and me moment, yo. It's a beautiful thing.
Bobby says things were going so well that Bobby Christina decided to move to Los Angeles to be closer to him. But that move would never happen.
21-year-old female in the bathtub, face down.
On January 31st, 2015, just 2 days, he says, before his daughter was to head to L.A., she was found lifeless in a bathtub at her Georgia home.
She was found unresponsive.
She was rushed to the hospital yesterday.
Painfully reminiscent of her mother's death.
Reports label Bobby Christina's accident a mystery, but Bobby had his suspicions.
It's not a mystery to me. I know exactly what happened to my daughter. The same thing that happened to my daughter is what happened to Whitney. There's only one person that was around both occasions.
You won't say his name. Nick Gordon is who you're referring to.
I won't say his name.
For 6 months, Bobby Christina lay in a coma. Sadly, she passed away on July 26, 2015.
The last thing I told her, I just said, let go. I said, it's okay. You can go with your mom. Daddy will be all right.
Her official cause of death was lobar pneumonia due to drowning and a toxic cocktail of drugs in her system. She was buried alongside her mother.
If I had those 2 days back, I'd have went and got her.
What 2 days are you referring to?
The 2 days before what happened to my daughter. She was to come out here to Los Angeles with me. If I could get those 2 days back, my daughter would be here. All I want is those 2 days back.
Although no criminal charges have been filed, Bobby Brown has joined Bobby Christina's estate in filing a $10 million wrongful death civil suit against Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon's attorneys called the lawsuit meritless. They say Nick, too, is heartbroken and destroyed over the loss of Bobby Christina. ABC News reached out to the Houston family, but they would not comment.
I'm happy now. Might be tears coming out of my eyes, but I'm very happy right now. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, a beautiful chance to do something else great. God ain't finished with me yet.
Hey, what's going on with y'all, man? Y'all already know what's going on. We back. It's Sunday. Sacrifice Sunday at that. And y'all already know that was the Whitney Houston sacrifice. Now, I did a short video on her, like way back in my channel. The shit was probably like 5 minutes long. It wasn't even really, you know, a fully detailed video. So I felt like I owed Whitney Houston a video, you know, to just like, y'all know how I like to do it. To just kind of like document, you know, the real key details, the fine details around her death, and to kind of just, you know, shed a light a little bit on who she really was, you know, just the emotions around everything that she was going through, Bobby was going through, and so on, right? So let's get right to it. I think this one, you know, out of all the sacrifice videos I've done, to me, this one is like, you know, it's layered deep. It's definitely a layered rabbit hole to go down. But, you know, it can also be figured out like really easy and simple. You know what I'm saying? It can if you don't get caught in just trying to like really, you know, listen to all the interviews and blah blah blah, like, you know, if you just go right to the point of what it is, you can see that this was a sacrifice. You know, y'all always in the videos talking about, you know, where's your proof? Where's this? Well, you know, where's that? You know, when you never have direct proof in these type of videos, in these type of conversations, when it comes to exposing things and exposing sacrifices and the way that they're done. You know, obviously, I don't just have like proof, like no one does. I can't walk up to Clive Davis and say, hey bro, did you sacrifice Whitney Houston and her daughter? Oh yeah, did you also sacrifice Otis Redding, Janis Joplin, Aaliyah, Sam Cooke, Jimi Hendrix, Prince? Do you know that Clive Davis had something to do with every last one of those artists? Jennifer Hudson, whole family. Clive Davis was behind all of them. This makes like the third video, Aaliyah, Prince, and now Whitney Houston, that I've done where Clive Davis was behind all the artists. And he literally was behind all those other older artists. Otis Redding, Janis Joplin, go look it up. Just type in Clive Davis and Otis Redding. Clive Davis and Jimi Hendrix. Clive Davis and Janis Joplin. Clive Davis and Aaliyah. This thing has something to do with all of them. They all dead, bro. They're gone. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, like, I don't just have the like wow evidence, the exact proof, but we don't need that in this case. We're smarter than that, you know. Like, we're using our spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see what's going on. It's by the numbers, and it's by patterns, you know, and we put it together, and you know, we're making sense of, you know, what they decide to reveal to us, as long as we're willing to pay attention and actually dig and find out. So for all y'all, oh, where's your proof? Duh, bro, I don't got this, just a final say so that yes, you know. I don't even do the videos in that way. Like, I leave it up to y'all. Like, is this what y'all think? I already know what I think. I'm not doing the video to convince myself. And I'm really not trying to convince you. You know what I'm saying? But the people that's gonna get it, and you know, that can see it, they gonna see it. So those are the ones that is for. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, with all that being said, to me, this was the most obvious sacrifice. And there's been some, you know, pretty obvious ones. I mean, because, you know, if we just get right to it, bro, Whitney Houston face down in a tub, surrounded by a bunch of prescription pills, as they say. Not the illegal drugs, not the shit that she supposedly, you know, was on, you know, dope, you know, hard, like shit that you purchasing off a dealer. No, they're saying she was around, she had the prescription drugs around her, Xannies and all the other shit. You know, like it was like set up that way, like they put it all there, you know, you know, as if it was kind of like a stage scene. You know, and nobody ever saw her body. Nobody ever saw anything in that hotel room. Nothing. We don't know any of that. Nothing. But I found it real interesting that Shaka Khan, she was talking about when Whitney was, you know, they made Whitney come out there a week before the party. Clearly, they were setting up the ritual. They were setting up the sacrifice. That's why they had her come out there a week before. Couldn't have her show up the day that they were going to sacrifice her. No, you got to get her comfortable. She's already in the hotel for a week. She's good. Now you can set this shit up to have these, however y'all going to do this ritual, you can set it up now. You need a few days. You can't just have her fly in on that first day. And I actually didn't know that I didn't know that until I was digging. And when I saw that confirmed it even more. Had her come down 7 days, catch that number, 7 days before they sacrificed her. You know, to rehearsal and shit for a party that wasn't, you know, like I said, 7 days later. So when we think about that, it's obvious what's going on. You know, we don't gotta talk much about the fact that they held an entire fucking party while her body was upstairs. Y'all already know that. It's ritual. That's just what it was. They had that shit planned for a whole week. Clive Davis, everybody who's supposed to know, they already knew what was about to happen. And fast forward that, go off Whitney for a second, we get to Bobby Christina. Same way. Face down in a tub. That's why I asked in the beginning of the video, was Bobby and Whitney, you know, Bobby Christina, Whitney Houston, were they like a package? You see what I'm saying? Because that's where my mind is going, you know, was since Bobby Christina is Whitney Houston's only daughter, I felt like she was like a part of the deal, you know, secretly. Like, obviously Whitney may have not have known, you know, maybe no one really knew except Clive. You know, Clive is a real fucking devil, bro. Real devil. I just told y'all, all the artists that are dead that's been involved with him, really, like, right there up under Satan or some shit. Him and a few other people. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like Whitney and Bobby Christina were a part of the package. You know what I'm saying? And this is my reasoning behind it. The devil collected on Whitney and Bobby Christina's soul because of Whitney. She signed a $100 million deal, the biggest deal ever in the music industry, ever. So you can only imagine the money that she would make after she supposedly died. And her daughter, that would increase the shit even more. So it was a package from the beginning. You know, Clive and whoever else orchestrated this, that was from the beginning, that Bobby Christina was going to get sacrificed as well. You know, it kind of like go back to that saying, and this involves Bobby Brown. It go back to that saying that was in the Bible, like, you know, your sons pay for the sins, like, from your father or something like that. I don't quote me exactly, but basically the young children, they end up paying for the sins that their you know, fathers and mothers did, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it relates to Bobby as well, because Bobby Brown, the reason he is not going, and I'm speaking in this in a spiritual sense on how I feel, how the devil is playing this. You cannot sacrifice everybody. You can't kill the entire family. You can't wipe the entire existence of Bobby Brown, Bobby Christina, Whitney Houston, and Bobby Brown Jr. You can't wipe everybody. Someone has to live with the torture. Someone has to live in their own mind. Someone has to go through shit that they would never escape in their life. Bobby Brown will never escape the thoughts of Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, and his son dying. He'll never escape the shit. He'll be tortured mentally for the rest of his life. Right along with the things that he might have did for the industry. You see what I'm saying? That now, if you wonder why Bobby Brown is still alive and everybody else is dead, Nick Gordon all gone, that's why. That's the tricks. That's the trick. That's what the devil will do. You know, if he collected on Bobby Brown, you good. You gone. You have nothing to worry about. You have nothing. You have no torture to live through no more. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to live through no more. And it was crazy how he said, God not finished with me yet. In that interview I showed y'all, he said, God, no. The devil wasn't finished with him yet. His son is gone. Now, that was before Bobby Brown Jr. was killed. Or whatever. That was a sacrifice as well. Found him in LA, I'm responsible. That's it. That's it. That's it. So we already know what that was, and I did that video. I did a video on him as well. But that's my reasoning behind it. And I know that is what it is to be true. He's the one that has to live with the torture. That's why everybody else is gone. Bobby, Christina, and Whitney were a part of the package. Nick Gordon was sacrificed because he was connected to the entire thing with Whitney and Bobby Christina. He was there when both of them died. He knew too much. He had to go as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we damn near have to leave it out there that he may not even be dead. You feel what I'm saying? Whitney Houston may not be dead. You know, I'm just giving y'all like every possibility where it can be. You know, if she was truly, if she was truly sacrificed, then that's what it is. But like, we got to remember, we don't see nothing. All we get is the footage of an ambulance leaving a hotel. We don't see Whitney's body. We don't see the scene in the hotel. We don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? So even with me having, you know, a great theory about her being sacrificed and everybody else, we still have to think about the fact that she may not even be dead, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but more than likely, she's probably gone. You feel what I'm saying? She's probably gone, because I believe Bobby Christina is definitely gone. You know what I'm saying? She was in a coma for 6 months. You know, and yeah, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I almost feel like, because I used to live in the area where Bobby Christina died at. It's crazy. I be feeling like I be having like little small personal connections to a lot of these stories. But she lived in Roswell, Georgia. And that's basically north of Atlanta. It's not in Atlanta. It's like in a richer area on the north side of Atlanta. Like, it used to be Atlanta before it became its own city. So now it's kind of like the outskirts of Atlanta, where, you know, a bunch of people, you know, if you got the money, you can stay in that area. So it's actually crazy, because I remember when it happened, and the people in that area just going, you know, everybody was just talking about it, you know, when she was in a coma and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, you know, that is pretty much my theory on Whitney, Bobby Christina, Nick Gordon, Bobby Brown Jr., and Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's a deep rabbit hole. It has a lot of layers to it, which is why I didn't want to just make this in like hour-long video trying to cover every single piece of it, you know, because I like to just get down to what it really was without, you know, like, you know, I don't want y'all watching shit for just no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to get right to what it is, and not, you know, we're not trying to cover every single little step in it. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll ultimately distract you from what is really going on and actually figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's my theory. You know, it's nothing to really go on too much more about it. You know, I definitely think from Whitney Houston to Bobby Christina and Nick Gordon, they were all, you know, just, it was all like a package kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nobody was gonna be able to live out what they actually went through and what they knew about everything that was going on. You know, Bobby is the one. He's the tortured soul now, and, you know, who knows? You know, he may not ever be sacrificed. He may just die out one day. Who knows? You know, I don't know. But this definitely was, you know, this video, it definitely kind of pulled me in, you know, just watching certain clips and shit, especially that Bobby Brown one, because I could feel it. I could feel his energy through that video, and it was definitely genuine. And that's when I thought of the fact that he's the one that has to live with this shit. When I saw his energy from that and him crying, I could tell he was tortured on the inside. So I was like, okay, I get it now. I get why everybody is gone and Bobby's not gone, because he has to be the one to live with this shit. That's just the way it is. That's what the devil will do. The devil work. He'll play like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just gonna get the easy ride out. Nah, you finna suffer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to live with this shit and remember this shit constantly, you know? Everybody else gone already. Now he got a whole new family, but a crazy dark past, you know? Tortured fucking soul. And that's just what it is, bro. That's what it is. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know what's going on. You know, please leave me your thoughts in the comments. You know, hope y'all like that video. You know, I'll take it as most of y'all probably didn't know I was doing this video, so hopefully, you know, hopefully y'all fucking with it, man. Y'all already know what's going on, man. I'ma drop a video tomorrow just about a few random topics before I get to working on other things. And yeah, man, it's Black Balloon, Sunday, and I'm out.